Hi guys, welcome back to Manga Reviews. Today we're looking at Assassination Classroom Volume 5. And once again, we're looking at the 4 aspects of the manga. So that's story, art, presentation and enjoyment. So we'll jump straight into the story because I know that I've been itching to get this out. So, last time in Assassination Classroom Volume 4, we were at a baseball game and Class 3E were meant to go up against the baseball team because they were meant to be humiliated and all that lot. And it turns out that the principal had to take a step in because the coach wasn't being good enough by his standards and he was intimidating the players, etc, etc, etc. So what happens is it then turns out to be a complete utter battle between the teacher and Kora Sensei in coaching terms, which is really funny because they both want their teams to win and they're both given different tactics. And for the first little bit, the baseball team then starts to get ahead on Class 3E, which can be expected really because the principal's like got all hyped up and all that lot. And then Kora Sensei starts to pull it around and make it all look really good and make it all, and then he gives better training to them and he ends up, well, they end up winning basically. They end up kicking the asses off the baseball team, which is hilarious because the rest of the school is like, oh my god, what the hell just happened? How can 3E beat the baseball team? It's just not possible. It shouldn't be possible, but it is. Because Kora Sensei is like, right, Karma's a bitch, tough luck. This is what you get for completely screwing us over on the midterms. Which is pretty much what Kora Sensei says. But anyways, they win the baseball team and it's all good. And then they end up in, it takes a little bit of a jump in time, probably a week or two and not a lot. And it ends up in the PE lessons with Mr. Karasuma, who's teaching them how to be assassins in the PE lessons. You know, he teaches them knife skills, he teaches them self-defense, he teaches them attack defense, which is nice to see. And when Nagisa comes at Mr. Karasuma, he imagines this snake curling around his neck, and it's like, what the hell is this? And so he violently blocks Nagisa and throws Nagisa to the ground. Nagisa's like, whoa, that was a bit intense, wasn't it? And he's like, sorry, I really don't know what came over me there. It's really interesting because he sees Nagisa as his big threat. But anyways, halfway through the lesson, another person shows up. Another not tutor, another physical education trainer, another teacher. And he goes, my name's Akira Takara. I think it's Takawaka, whatever. Taka something. And this big guy, he was served with Mr. Karasuma in the military and all that lot and special forces. And now he's wanting to be this teacher for the physical education to give Mr. Karasuma a break because apparently the government think that he's not getting anywhere with these children because they haven't killed Kora Sensei yet because Kora Sensei is still alive and the threat of him still blowing up the earth is still imminent. So he turns up and he takes on this role of the dad of the group, like the big dad of the group, and he's teaching them how to do stuff and he's bribing them with sweets and he's trying to be a really good teacher, but he has different ways of doing stuff. He believes in corporal punishment and that's how he earns respect. Well, I wouldn't say earns respect, he demands respect or else he hits you. And he has no problem with hitting the children. Like, he completely just needs one of them in the stomach to shut them up. Because he says, I can't do that, so he needs them in the stomach and basically needs them and hurts them. Kora Sensei tries to step in and is like, they're my students, you leave them alone. And he pulls rank on them and says, well actually, you're not in charge of PE, physical education anymore. I'm in charge of them now, so screw you, goodbye. So Kora Sensei is helpless. Karasuma can't really do anything because he can't be relieved of that duty. But the children don't like him, they hate him because, you know, he keeps beating them up and etc, etc, etc. And it turns out that Karasuma comes up and goes, enough is enough. Enough is enough. Right, end it now. And he's like, right, okay, whatever. If you get your best trained student to kill me or assassinate me, I will leave, or I will stop. But he doesn't want to use the little knives that he used in the Assassination Classroom, the little wobbly ones, effective on Kora Sensei. Oh no. He pulls out a real one, and he's like, we got to use these. So he gives Karasuma a choice. Who are you going to use? Who are you going to kill me? And wonder who he chooses. Oh, right, you're probably correct. Nagisa. Of course he chooses Nagisa. The one which freaked him out earlier and got really close to him. He just gives Nagisa the knife and says, do you feel up to it? And Nagisa's a little bit unsure, but he doesn't know what he's doing, but he goes against it anyway. And he's a little unsure, he's a little bit nervous about it. And Nagisa has this unusual assassination style, I'm just going to put it that way. He just walks right up to him, calmly, without looking him in the eyes, with a nice little smile, puts him off defences, gets right underneath, defends him, and then before you know it, whoosh, he's got him on the ground. And considering Nagisa's a little kid, that's bloody impressive to get such a large guy down. He's got him on the ground, and he's got the knife up against his head, on his neck, up against his neck. And he's like, oh, I should probably use the front of the knife sometime when I'm trying to do this next, which is a little bit of comedy. But yeah, so he's defeated. The bad guy defeated, the big guy defeated, and he doesn't like it, and he gets really angry, he gets really pissed off, and he's gonna kick the shit out of Nagisa. And he's like, I'm going to bloody kill you. And he's like, I want you to leave, and he won't. And then he actually has a go at Nagisa, he tries to get Nagisa, but Karasuma, in all of his might, steps in and just floors the guy. Just goes to show how much Karasuma cares for these children and just how much Karasuma's power is. He just floors him with one hit, knocks him dead on his ass, which is just fucking hilarious. And then the headmaster shows up and is like, I've heard about what's happened, I've just observed what you were trying to do. I am the principal of this school. I do not have you harming my students like any other good teacher or principal. He may be a little bit weird with his social kind of view on stuff, but he still protects his children. And he gives him a dismissal letter by shoving it down his throat, literally. It's like, here's dismissal letter, get the hell out. And so he does. Which is really fun, because it's just, this guy got, not only did he get owned by Nagisa, he got owned by Karasuma, and then he got owned by the principal. So he got hit 3 times in the same day, so he's feeling a little bit crappy about himself right now. But anyways, it turns out that it's summertime and it's absolutely hot, and oh, it's so swell. Remember that their classroom, it's not got air conditioning, it's not even got windows that can open. So the class are melting, they can't go and they can't do swimming lessons in the pool on the main campus because they're not allowed on the main campus because they're free E. So all the children are kind of dying. So Kawasaki comes up with a plan. He goes off and he builds a swimming pool in the woods. Yep, Kawasaki builds a swimming pool. And it takes him 20 hours to build a swimming pool because he has to link it off of a freshwater stream so they can get the water in, which is really nice. But he built this pool and the children love it and they start enjoying themselves in it. And Kawasaki he's dressed in like a lifeguard kind of outfit and he's continuously blowing his whistle because he's continuously worried the children are going to drown. But it turns out that there's several people on there's several of them that can't swim. One of them's Kaidi. Kaidi. She can't swim, and so she's in like a blow up ring with a ball, and she's trying to work out why one of them is taking photographs with an extra long lens. It's like, will you stop that? It's a bit burly. It's a little bit strange. But anyways, we find out that Kara Sensei, after Kara tries to pull him in, can't swim. That's one of his biggest weaknesses. He can't swim. If he goes in the water, his tentacles all swell up and get huge. And he's like, oh crap. So Nagisa makes a note that this is probably his biggest weakness yet. And it's his biggest weakness, not just as Kara Sensei, but as their teacher. Because the minute that he reveals he can't swim, Kaidi accidentally falls off the ring into the water. And he can't jump in and save her, and she's going to drown in the deep end because she's floated to the deep end of the pool. So it turns out that one of the other girls has to go and rescue her, which has a little bit of a Yuri moment in it, if I'm not mistaken. But look at that picture. Sorry, distracted. Yeah. So the other girl has to save her and pull her out of the water, and it ends there with them all in the pool, and she's all safe and it's fine. And that's where that ends really, in the story wise, because they're in the pool, and I'm not quite sure what's going to happen with the pool next. We'll have to find out in Assassination Classroom Volume 6, but it's cut off way through, so I think something's going to happen at the pool. We don't know yet. Anyways, on to the art of Assassination Classroom Volume 5. Once again, as you would expect from Matsui, brilliant artwork. The facial expressions are amazing. You've got some amazing pieces of art in here. You've got the lovely page breakers as they come through. We've got some nice action scenes in the baseball game. We've got some nice double page spreads again, like the Assassination Crew guys cooking here. We've got Nagisa who's holding a knife, Karma who's holding a bottle of wine, and the science girl who's pouring something into the bottle of wine. Oh, I see what's happening. They're cooking for Koro Sensei so that she's trying to poison him. And then we've got Kaidi there, who's also like the waitress kind of thing, which is really nice because it's a different aspect on assassination for them. We've got some brilliant pieces of detailed art, like when the snake is around Karasuma's neck. The snake is so detailed, it's amazing. Like every scale is drawn, the slime around the snake, its teeth and lip dripping venom, its eyes are shaded. It's really, really well detailed. That's a beautiful piece of art. Someone spent a lot of time drawing that and working on that, which was nice. But yet the art is really good. Once again, we've got the character profiles. We've got Taiga Okajima here. We've got that there. Another member of the Assassination Classroom class. You know, we've got that sort of stuff. We've got a nice little image here of Nagisa looking all just before his battle with the other PE teacher, just been like, I don't know what to do. And he's like, I have to do it, don't I? I'll do it. I want to do it, but I don't think I can. Let's just say I try to do it. Isn't that good enough? The 5 levels of I'll do it. So it's like the 5 levels of denial or whatever that is. So it's a little bit of a teaser, which is kind of nice, and it looks really kind of cute there actually when you think about it, with a little knife in his mouth. But yeah, so artwork like that. We do have some amazing pieces of art in Assassination Classroom, as you would expect, and I do enjoy the artwork. So we'll quickly move on to the presentation. This time we've got Koro Sensei on the front of a white with his a bit of dirt on the front of this. Where that's come from. But we've got a bit of white on it's white. So it's his kind of what's supposed to when he's been in doing stuff that the children he doesn't want the children to know about, so kind of like nope kind of face. So yeah, that's white on the front. Very simple design, as usual. On the back, once again, as you expected, we've got assignment 5, which is about the book itself, the blurb, a little bit of patterning. It's very nice, done by Shonen Jump Advanced. You would expect really good quality covers from them, and you do get them. As once again, very nice, high bounded. I did enjoy Assassination Classroom Volume 5. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed reading how they won the baseball game, because that was just pure bloody genius. I enjoyed the whole story arc that was covered in the entire book with the new PE teacher, how Nagisa is meant to be really good at this sort of stuff, how he's got this unique style, like he smiles and goes up to him and then tries to kill him, so it's like a walking, smiling death coming at you, which is interesting. And I would rate it 4 out of 5 stars. I am looking forward to Assassination Classroom Volume 6 getting here. That should be interesting to see. Can't wait for that to arrive. And once again, as always, subscribe if you want to see more. We are bringing out more manga series now. It has come to my attention that I need to do more series in Assassination Classroom, even though it's one of my favourite series. So we will bring you out more. Take a look over on the Facebook page. We've got updates going on there. We've got a website going up soon, which we're hoping to get out and up and running soon, within the next month or 2. So keep your eyes peeled for that. So like us on the Facebook page for updates. Subscribe to YouTube for more. And the more you do that, the more that we can bring out these new reviews. So thanks for watching, and see you next time, guys.